Hi everyone and welcome to another tutorial by Heb's Home Crochet. My name's Heather and in today's tutorial we're going to be looking at the crochet hexagon. This is what your hexagon will look like once it's finished. So we have 3 rounds here, and much like the solid granny square, it is worked in double crochets, American terms. So if you like a conversion chart for US versus UK crochet terminology, you can find that over on my blog, and I'll leave a link in the description box below. If you are a fan of my videos, then please give this video a massive thumbs up and hit that big red subscribe button, just so I can have your support and keep providing you with amazing crochet content. To get started today, I'm going to use an Aran weight yarn and a 6mm hook. This is a bigger hook than what's normally recommended, but I just wanted to make the stitches nice and big for you to see. So to begin our the first round of our hexagon here, we need to make a slip knot and chain 4. Insert your hook. Chain 4. So to chain, we yarn over and pull through 1, 2, 3 and 4. And then what we need to do is we need to slip stitch straight back into the first chain of our chain 4. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull through that chain, and then continue to pull through that loop on your hook. Now we're going to be crocheting double crochets into the center of that ring. So our first double crochet is actually going to be a chain 3, and then we'll get started on the actual stitches. So just like in our chain 4, we're yarning over and pulling through for 1, 2 and 3, and then we go, this counts as 1 double crochet, our first double crochet, and we're going to be making double crochet clusters of 2. So yarn over, insert into the center of that ring, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and that's our first cluster there. Now we need to create a corner, so we're just going to chain 2 for this, yarn over, pull through 1 and 2, and then we're going to crochet another double crochet cluster of 2 back into that center. So we're yarning over and inserting, and on this stitch or cluster, you might start to work over that tail. That's absolutely fine, just here. Keep working over it so you don't have to sew it in at the end. So once we've made another cluster of 2, we need to chain 2 and then make another cluster of 2. We need to end up with 6 clusters before we can join back into our chain 3 that we made at the very beginning. So another cluster of 2 and chain 2. Give myself some more yarn, sorry. As you can see now, we have 3 clusters and 2 corners. So now we're going to do another cluster of 2. Remember, working over that end so you don't have to sew it in later on. Chain 2, 1 and 2, and work another cluster. And chain 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So once we've made 5, you might just need to push all your stitches back a little bit to be able to get your 6th cluster into the ring without crocheting over that chain 3. So our last cluster of 2 double crochets into that center ring, chain 2, and then you need to make a slip stitch into the top of that chain 3 that you made at the beginning. So counting from the bottom, 1, 2 and 3, and you're going to insert your hook. Make sure you've gone under 2 loops, as you can see there, and you need to make a slip stitch. So yarn over and pull through, continue to pull through that loop on the hook, and you have made your first center round, which is this round here of your hexagon. Now what you can do at this stage is pull on that end that you might not have covered. If you've covered it all over, it doesn't matter. This is not a need. I just like the center circle to be a bit tighter, so I like to pull on that end to make it smaller. reinsert our hook. To start our next round, we're going to chain 3 just as we've done before. So the beginning of every round you do starts with a chain 3, and then we're going to insert directly into the top of that next double crochet, again going under both loops of the stitch. That stitch might look a bit distorted there just because it's been pulled up by our chain 3, but I promise you there is a stitch there. So your first loop is there. You need to just wiggle your hook under it, and then your back loop will be easy to get under. But we're double crocheting into that space. Double crochet. Now we need to work into the corner. So every corner is worked the same. So we're going to do 1 double crochet into the corner, and then we need to create a new corner. So we're chaining 2, and then we're doing another double crochet into that same corner. So we've got 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet. And now we're working into the tops of our clusters here. So you might need to pull that double crochet over a bit to be able to see that gap just there, which is the top of our first stitch. Yarn over and insert, and then yarn over, pull through to create that double crochet. And then we need to go into the top of the next one, which is just here, make a double crochet, and then we're back to our corner again. So we are yarning over and inserting, making 1 double crochet, chain 2 to create a new corner, and then 1 more double crochet into that same corner space. Okay, so you just need to continue that way all the way around. I'll meet you back. Ooh, get rid of that so you can see. I'll meet you back at the beginning just to show you how to join onto our chain 3 again, and how to create a new row. Then we'll make 1 more round and you can go away and make it yourself. So once we've crocheted our last corner into this gap here, we're ready to join back onto our chain 3 with a slip stitch to complete our second round. So in order to do this, it's simple, just like the first row. We find the 3rd chain, so count up from the bottom, 1, 2 and 3, insert your hook into that chain, yarn over, pull through, and then continue to pull that loop through the loop on the hook. And then you're going to chain 3 to begin every round, and you can start again on your 3rd round in exactly the same way. Every single cluster here in every round will have 2 more double crochets added to it. So if you like to count your stitches to make sure you are moving in the right direction, that's how you can tell whether you're expanding in the right way. So just like before, our next stitch into this one here might look a bit distorted, but yarn over and insert, make sure you go under both loops of that V, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, into the top of the next one, a double crochet, and then work a corner. So double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet into that corner. And then you can continue all the way around. As you expand your rows, you'll have more and more double crochets to complete after your last corner, unlike the row 2 where we just connected from the corner. So into our first stitch, so you can carry on and make your hexagon. I will meet you back at the beginning for joining onto that chain 3 one last time, and then I'll leave you to carry on your hexagons so you can make multiple and join together at the sides like so. And on my next tutorial will feature joining hexagons, which is similar to joining granny squares, and then you can make away. I've now completed my last corner for this round, and as you can see, I've got 1 more double crochet to fill, because the chain 3 fills this chain 3 double crochet here. So you just need to go into that end stitch and create a double crochet, and then as before we're joining by slip stitching into that 3rd chain here. So insert your hook into that third chain from the chain 3 that you made, pull through the loop on the hook, and then I'm going to fasten off here, so I'm going to chain 1, snip my yarn and just pull that yarn through, pull that really tight so you can't see that chain 1, and there you have it, my finished hexagon. And as I said, you can create more hexagons to join together, and the good thing about the shape is you can, join from any side. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this tutorial. Remember to hit that red subscribe button, and I'll see you next week for another crochet tutorial.